Okay, so how about 3 workouts for middle distance runners, mainly 800-meter runners and 1500/milers to do the week of a key race? Okay, at that point, obviously, you've been doing a bunch of training, you've done your other workouts and stuff, but what you do the week of a race is important. And not only for a workout-wise, but in terms of your overall body of training. Now, from 2 decades plus experience as a coach, periodization is important. So if there's going to be drastic, well, there shouldn't be drastic volume drops at any point in time, but if there's going to be a drop in volume, it should kind of follow the same rules as an increase in volume. You increase and then you stay there for about 3 weeks or 4 weeks. Same thing applies in the back. So last 3 or 4 weeks leading up to your key races, you can drop the volume and just stay there and let the body adapt to the new volume, okay? And then you build the workouts around it so that your legs always stay in rhythm. Your athlete, your runner's legs are always staying in rhythm. Because if you drop volume each week and each week and each week, there is a good chance that they could feel out of rhythm. Okay, so, and that's something you want to avoid, obviously. But again, it's up to you what to do as a coach. That's one of the things I've noticed in coaching a lot of middle distance runners. That said, here are 3 workouts. Okay, number 1 is threshold or cruise intervals. Okay, something non-invasive the week of a workout. Let's say you're racing on Saturday, or they're racing Saturday. This is a workout to do on Tuesday. So anywhere from 800s to 1,000-meter reps. I'm looking at my book. To 1,200-meter reps, to even mile reps, depending on when the season is. But about 4 days out from a race, so again, Saturday race, Tuesday workout. And then on the back end, do about 2 to 3 times 200 on the back end. Now, some examples, or a couple of hundreds afterward, just for turnover work at the very end. But these are non-invasive. It's better than doing hard 1,000-meter repeats at 5K pace the week of a race. This is a way of doing it while still stimulating your system, getting threshold work in, but doing it in a way that doesn't sap your leg speed, okay, and your turnover and your freshness of that week's race. So anywhere, let's just say 6 times in 800 meters, with a minute recovery, or 5 times at 1,000 meters, or 4 times at 1,200, or 3 to 4 times a mile, maybe 3 times a mile. About 3K and 3 miles, no more than 4 miles worth of volume at any point, okay? And you do it with short recovery. So the 1,000s, you get a minute recovery. The 1,200-meter reps, you get a 75-second recovery, and then the mile reps, you get 90 seconds recovery after each one. But you're doing it at the appropriate threshold pace based on your fitness, your current fitness, their current fitness. And if you're not sure what that is, take at least one of the most recent races, and you can kind of gauge it that way as well. I'll also attach a video down below which kind of gives you an indicator of what the current fitness is and how to set workout paces and training paces based on fitness. So, and there's another one that let's just say you do a mile time trial. How close they are to the 800 and 400 below it, and then the 3K and 5K above it do tell you a lot about any modifications that you might need to make in training. So they're both going to be attached below. So I definitely encourage you to take a look at them if you haven't yet. So again, threshold work about 4 days out from your race, and then on the back end you do 2 to 3 times 200 just for turnover work, and let's say a mile pace down the 800-meter pace, or 2 to 3 times 150 meters at the back end too. So that's number 1. Workout 2, similar concept, but a 20-minute consecutive tempo. Okay, race week. Other than that, generally be between 4 and 5 miles. But this is 20 minutes consecutive at the appropriate training pace as well, which is slightly slower than your cruise threshold reps. Okay, then you take a 5-minute active recovery, and then on the back end you do 3 to 4 times a 200 with an equal jog recovery. The same applies to the threshold reps. Equal jog recovery, or 3 times a 300 meter on the back end. Okay, at about mile pace and slightly faster. This one you take a jog equal recovery. So 300 meter rep, 300 meter jog, and so on at the end of the workout. So again, structured, and then turnover at the end to simulate moving when you're already fatigued. Okay, that's number 2. And last but not least, here's a specific one for 800 meters. You do a 2-mile tempo at the appropriate pace. Take a 5-minute active recovery. Okay, and then you do a 200, a 400, and a 200, a broken 800. Okay, the tempo helps to elevate the heart rate, transitions you into the more difficult or the more race-paced stuff to help you kind of get a bit more of a benefit of it. It makes the workout that much better. Okay, it's a way of transitioning you into the workout itself. So you do a 200, a 400, and 800. I mean, a 200, 400, 200, which is an 800 meter broken into pieces. A 200 meter jog after each rep at goal race pace. Okay, so if your goal is 2 minutes that weekend, you're running 30, 60, 30, and so on. Okay. For the 1,500 meter runners or the milers, you do the same 2-mile tempo at the pace, elevate the heart rate, transition into the workout. You take a 5-minute active recovery, and then now you do 200, 200, 800, 200, 200, a mile worth of running. Okay, also with a 2-minute active recovery. Okay, and now at goal pace as well. So let's just say the goal is 4:20 for the mile. Okay, which is 65 seconds per lap or 32 seconds. You run about 32 seconds for the 200-meter reps, and then 2:10 for the 800. Then back to 32 seconds. Just spot on race pace, just to drill that pace into the legs, but just for a short bit. Okay, and then again, a goal race pace at the back end, and then you do obviously you do your cool down and your stretches and whatnot afterward, and you fuel after the workout. But so those 3 workouts right there are great workouts. Generally, you can get up to about 1.5 miles to even longer, maybe even 2 miles up to certain reps at mile race pace. And for the 800, you get up to about 1,200 meters to even a mile's worth of running at race pace. That's generally the rule of thumb. Some people can do more, some people can't, and that's okay. But these all give you an idea. It's the distance, but it's following a tempo component or something like that. So, and it also teaches you, again, how to transition into a quality of a workout and how to transition outward as well. So, and I have a video on that as well, which I'll attach for you too. So, a couple of really, really beneficial videos I'm going to attach below. And I've got 200 other plus videos as well. 200 plus other videos on middle distance training all the way up to distance training up to the marathon. Fully detailed, beginning to end. So take a look at them. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do so. Hit the bell icon so you don't miss anything that I put out moving forward. There's 200 training videos on this channel already. So I hope you enjoy them. Give me your feedback in the comments as well. I don't get enough comments from people. So I'd like to get some insights and feedback from folks, athletes, coaches, and whatnot. But if you're looking to get a lot of training info, this channel is definitely for you. So appreciate you watching. Talk to you next time.